Welcome back to another
Sorry,
Sketchcast.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh my!
Hold on.
You're off my groove.
I gotta fix audio. Okay. Go now. I'm. What if I just leave that in? What if that's our intro?
Honestly, yes.
It's on brand.
Let's do it.
It's on brand.
It really is.
Hi guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Sketchcast Podcast episode. We're still gonna keep that part in, but also welcome. We are gonna be doing a nice little. Oh wait, I'm so sorry. I'm here. It's me, Milky, and with my co-host
K.O.
Yeah, and today we're gonna be doing a nice little laid-back Q&A type podcast episode.
Mm-hmm.
We both posted on our Instagram bios. We both posted on our Instagram stories like a question bar, and people sent in a bunch of questions, and so we're gonna just like go back and forth and answer them. It's gonna be nice, really nice and chill and laid back and all that fun stuff. So, Kaya, would you like to kick us off with the first question?
Heck yeah, because that's the nice thing about a podcast. Like, we can actually like go in depth into questions, because I know at least
exactly,
like, I'll do Q&As fairly often on my Instagram story, but like some questions are like too big to like put into a single story, so I kind of like try and sum it up, but it can be really hard and like this and that. So this makes it a lot easier. We are here to answer all your most burning questions, the secrets of the universe. We got you.
Heck yeah.
So the first question that I grabbed from my Instagram was from cat.an.a. I'm also the worst at pronouncing like names or like figuring out what usernames are meant to sound like. So that might have been Katana, or that might be cat.an.a. But anyway, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, guys. Do you think art school is better than taking classes at a university? I do realize now that I've like said that out loud, this is kind of one that like, Milky, you don't have an answer for. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. There's some questions here where it's like, tell me about the process of moving, like turning your art into your like business. And I'm
okay,
like, well,
perfect.
Like, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm sure there's gonna be questions that like we both answer and some like only one answers. Like, it's totally cool.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So, is art school better than taking classes at a university? And I think it's both yes and no. We did like a whole episode on like art schools, but like just to like sum up for this one question specifically, the nice thing about university classes is it's going to be smaller classes. You're going to have more one-on-one time with professors. Probably there's probably going to be a lot less competition, and depending on who your professors are, those professors that you get closer connections with, or like that you have more one-on-one time and can like actually like have a relationship with, like have like be friends with, like they're gonna have those connections, maybe, hopefully, which is something I always recommend in looking at art schools, is like check if your professors are actual industry people or if they're just kind of like people who draw who are now teaching classes, which is like fine, like you can still learn a lot from that. Yeah, but you really want people who can also like help you get a job in the future. And then the benefit of art school is probably going to have like a lot more connections just in general. There's going to be like, what are those called? Like job fairs and stuff. And, you know, like if you're at an actual art school, there's a higher chance that like studios are going to be looking at students specifically from that school, or like looking at those things. So I don't know. It's like both a yes and no. Art schools are going to have more resources, probably better classes, and like a better environment for creatives, because, you know, if you surround yourself with other creative people, it's going to create like a healthy competition. But, you know, it could go both ways. I don't know. I feel like it's both.
No, I think that's a great answer.
Yeah, because I go to like a fine arts university. So I'm not technically in like an art school, or at least I'm not in like a art school that's like, you know, like Cal Arts or something, where it's like very, very like competitive and like well-known big art school type thing. But the one I'm at, like, you know, I have a relationship with all my professors. They have like connections, and they'll bring in like speakers who from like everywhere. We just had a speaker who's like who was head of one of Disney's most recent movies, like, was head animator on it. And so I got to talk to her one-on-one, which was really cool. And I don't know if I would have been able to do that if I was, like, in a really big art school that had, like, you know, a massive speaking hall. You know, you probably wouldn't get to talk to those people, like, one-on-one. So I don't know. There's benefits for both. I think it really depends on, like, what you're looking for, and also, like, what you can afford, because let's be real, art schools are expensive as hell.
Right.
The whole reason I never even applied for CalArts was because I knew there was, like, no way I could afford it, even if I did get in. So that is my answer to that.
Nice. And I definitely think that, like, university, I mean, like, I'm just speaking from, like, I would assume, in comparison to, like, community college, I would assume that, like, art schools are going to have way more specific classes than general university. Like,
Yeah,
if you
that's
want
the
to
other
get,
thing.
if you want to do, like, yeah. Like, if you want to do, like, there's, like, universities are going to have, like, drawing 1. And then, like, art schools are going to have, like, watercolor 4. Like,
Yeah.
stuff like that, where it's just, like, it's more specified
More
and
specific.
honed in.
Yeah. And, like, even though I'm in, like, a university, there thankfully are, like, a couple different tracks. Like, there you can take, like, the 3D animation track or the 2D animation track. So there is, like, a lot, but, like, I know at least in our university, a lot of the people who are taking the 3D track are, like, not the biggest fan. They're like, we don't have, like, nearly as many, like, classes, and, like, the professors are more knowledgeable in 2D than 3D. So, like, I'm on the good side of it, where I'm, like, getting all the good stuff, but I know the people who are, like, more into 3D and, like, game design, animation, and whatnot are suffering. My roommate is into game design and stuff, and she's like, I wish we had more resources.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's another thing. Like, check and make sure that if you are looking into, like, a more limited place like a university, that it does have what you're looking for, and it's not, you know, just like 1 or 2 classes that are catered towards what you're wanting to do. But yeah, Milky,
Definitely.
what's your question? We're just gonna go back and forth on these questions. I have, like, 16 different questions I picked out. Milky, I know, is, like, picking them out as I go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the whole list and just
Hell
be like,
yeah.
yes, this one. So, I really like this question. Is there a sticker you sell that you don't think wow, I can't even read. Let me start that over. I really like this question. It's from the lovely Crayon Box 420, and it's, is there a sticker you sell that you don't think gets nearly as much love as it should? And yes, I do. I think yes. It's one of the earliest designs in my shop. I don't know, I think I came out with it like a month or 2 after I opened, and it's just always been a slow seller, which is, like, you know, not everything's gonna sell well. But I was really bummed because I really like how it looked. It's this, like, cyberpunk rainbow wired robot. And it's like a headshot version and then a full body version. And I just thought it was, like, so trippy and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's so cool, and I think it's underrated in my opinion. That was kind of like a quicker answer, but, like,
I'll buy one. I'll buy one.
Thank you, K.O. I love you.
The one customer.
Whenever, like, yeah. No, but, like, whenever I do, like, packing videos, every once in a while, like, someone does get it, I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Someone found it. Like, sometimes I'm worried it just got lost in the void, because I do have an unholy amount of stickers for sale. Like, I think we did the math not too long ago, and I have, like, oh gosh, like 400 to 500 designs. It's, like, sticker designs. It's crazy.
That is insane.
Yippee! But yeah. But yeah, that's one that I think is underrated.
Slay. All right,
Slay.
so next question I have is Flum. Hello? Am I good?
Wow.
is from Flyer Flinigan, I believe. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these names. asked for tips on how to manage to draw and post while in school, and they were saying it wasn't like art school necessarily, just like regular school, especially high school. So I have advice for one of those. I know it can definitely be hard to like make time to be creative, especially when you're in like high school and stuff. I unfortunately don't have much advice from that. For me, I would like draw in class and stuff, which I probably shouldn't have done, and I sacrificed a lot of sleep, which you also definitely shouldn't do. Please don't do that. But honest to God, I did not post that much in high school. Like I did post. I was on social media, but like I didn't really start getting into the habit of like taking it a bit more seriously until I was out of high school. But since I have been out, at least for posting, this has helped me be like a lot more, I guess, productive when it comes to posting and like get things out more, is to actually like schedule times to post, like figure out what days I want to post, figure out like when I want to post, and then like just have the post like ready to go, and then like set a timer for that time I do want to post. Or like if it's like YouTube or something, you can like schedule things ahead of time. So yeah, for me, I would just kind of like make a little like thing of like, oh, I have this art that I want to post, but I don't want to post it right now because it's like midnight and nobody's going to be active.
Right.
So I want to post tomorrow at blank. So I'll have the post fully ready. I'll have like the description and everything ready. And then I'll set a timer for the next day so that when that timer goes off, I can just really quickly get on, put the photos in, put the description in, and then like post it. And that's helped me be a lot more like productive, at least, because a lot of the times I will be out of the house, and if you have ADHD like me, then you forget things all the freaking time, and I never remember things if I don't have like something for it. So especially for posting, I will like miss that time where things are like most active all the time, which is why I set timers. That's like the best kind of advice I have, but also like don't worry about numbers, just have fun with it. Don't get stuck on numbers because it like will kill you. Like I don't know. I feel like it might be something you just have to get used to, because I've been like on the internet like so long at this point. Well, I don't know like that long, but at least in terms of like posting, I've been on for a while. And like the other day I just like, I haven't posted in like a couple weeks, and I lost like 100 followers in like a day, which sounds like a lot, but like compared to the amount of people I like have following me, it's really not. But numbers are gonna go up and down like all the time, and just don't worry about it. Like it's gonna happen, and there's no point in keeping around followers that like aren't really interested in your stuff anyway. So that's my advice for posting. Milky, do you have anything?
I have the loyal ones. Don't do what I do.
Don't be like Milky.
Don't do what I do. Yeah, don't be like me and like have a set time every day where you make your video for the day. Make sure you are smart like KO and have your stuff done more ahead of time, because like I usually like have a certain time when I like plan out, okay, this is what I'm gonna do for today's video, and then I'm like, how long do I need to get that done? And then I like set an alarm for whatever time it is I need to start, so I have enough time. And then I have it timed like perfectly to where I like film my video. I have the perfect amount of time to film my video and the perfect amount of time to edit my video. And then I have like 5 to 10 minutes before I post it. And then I post it.
Oh my god. Dude, what?
It's kind of not
the stress.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Because like, yeah, it works, hypothetically. But like, the slightest wrench gets thrown into it. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it leaves me with no free time. Like, it means it's like a unbreakable schedule. I know. I'm trying. I'm working on it.
You should like off record, you should take like one day, like maybe like Mondays you don't post, like have Monday be a free day.
Right.
Because like one day off is not gonna do anything, I promise.
It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill my business.
No, it won't.
That's what my brain tells me. My brain's like, if you miss a day, you could lose your company. Your company could die. Like, just like it's just mainly like a mindset because I have like almost 20 employees right now, so I'm like,
Mm,
okay, I have to like not mess up because if I mess up, I can't like if the company goes under, I'm gonna have to tell all those people to go home.
mm.
Like that just sounds
I
awful.
do forget that
And
you
so in
have
my
like a
head,
full-on company.
right, it's not just like me in my room like I have to post like no, I gotta post for the sake of like keeping consistent
Mm,
viewers
yeah.
and also for consistently engaging my customers and viewers that I
Yeah.
already have. And so daily posts makes the most sense for that,
Mm.
but like I just don't do it well. Like I don't do it in a smart way. So,
I just do my
yeah,
silly
I'm
little
working
thing and
on
then
it.
occasionally get paid with sponsors. I feel like I should not be
Yeah.
allowed to be called content creator. It doesn't feel right.
But you make content.
Yeah, barely.
But, y-
I'm
but
kidding. I do try and I put a lot of effort into things, but like it doesn't I don't know, until it's like my full-time job, I feel like it's never going to feel right to like call myself an influencer or content creator.
no, I get that. That's fair. That's fair.
All right. What is your next question, Milky?
My next question is, what is your favorite character that you have made? Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
This is a hard question,
hold
but I
on.
definitely want to hear what you have to say as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
what's up?
I had a question later on from Matt Bear 13 that said, "Can you tell us one of your favorite OCs and why they hold such significance?" So I feel like these two
Oh,
go
dip.
hand in hand. This is perfect. Okay.
Stick. Yeah, please.
For me,
Let's do it.
I actually have one that I have like never really posted. I think like maybe he's been on my story, but I made him 2020 when my hand injury was at its worst, and I made this silly little vigilante kid who had sparrow wings,
Hmm.
and his name is Sam. His superhero name is Sparrow. And like originally it was gonna be a novel, and at the very beginning he injures his wing. Wonder what the inspiration for that was.
That's crazy.
And then has to deal with that through the rest of the story. And I don't know, it was just kind of a way for me to like vent my feelings and frustrations
Yeah.
of this injury, like in a character. And because of that, he is very dear to my heart, and I love him lots. And I also love the other characters in that little story I made, but I haven't really ever posted much of it. I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I They are more like
Why?
mostly because I haven't done like a lot of like big fancy sketches of them, or like like finished digital art. It has mostly been like little sketches in my sketchbook. So when I start posting sketchbook tours on YouTube, you'll definitely see them. But at least on my Instagram, like he hasn't really shown up much. But there's this little kid named Sam, and he has sparrow wings, and he is my favorite ever, and I hold him very dear to my heart. What about you,
Oh,
Milky?
that's so sweet. So I have like kind of a mix of answers because they have like different like levels of I don't know. I like they have different meanings and also
Mm-hmm.
connection and just like I love them for different reasons. Also, I forgot to say the person that sent that question on my end was Natalia Bat 28
Slay.
and
I love that name.
Slag.
I
eh,
love that name. Iconic.
It is a that is a great name. Um, so for favorite characters, I would say first some of the characters that I've like dived into the most and learned the most about is a character I also don't post that much anymore. I used to post him quite a lot, but it's this character named Akuma, and
Hmm.
he's technically a My Hero OC, which if people are gonna roast me, I don't care. I absolutely love him, and I love the AU that I have because it's like me and my friends all have OCs that are like in the same class and story for this My Hero AU, and it's just really fun making like a bunch of like high school superhero OCs together. But I have my character Akuma, and my friend has their character Tenshi, and which literally means angel and devil, because
Oh.
it sounds so like edgy and cheesy now, but also it's like that's their names, like that's them. It just like you can't
That
change
is
it now.
them.
Yeah, and basically Akuma, he has these horns, these really cute horns, because why not? Because I love him, and he has the quirk of being able to communicate with the dead, and so
Mm.
it's just really fun diving into that quirk and drawing him with his Pookie Tenshi, and just like
Why
drawing
would
really
you
wholesome
say
strip
that?
art.
Did you say Pookie?
There- It's Pookie.
Oh my
Sorry, me and
God.
my friends have been saying that. Me and my friends have been saying that as a joke. Like anytime I see her, I'm like Pookie. Oh my gosh! Like so, I just been. It's funny. It's funny. Not saying. I guess I am unintentionally saying
Funny
it
in the like I
unironically,
want to
but
rip my eyes out kind of way. Yeah.
yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's like a joke. Me and my friend have been saying. I've been saying it way
Oh my
more often than
God.
usual. But him and his girlfriend Tenchi. Him and his girlfriend Tenchi is just really. I just have so much fun drawing them together and
Mhm.
learning more about him as a character through my friend telling me about her character, and we just like talk about them interacting with each other.
Mhm.
And also like we developed them a lot during COVID, so I just like have so many core memories of us just texting over Instagram and sending doodles as we like planned stuff out, and until it was like 3 or 4 in the morning because it was COVID and it was quarantine. We had nothing else to do, but it was just like the best time ever.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
that's definitely a character that is one of my favorites. But as when it comes to like favorites to like doodle and draw and like make like stickers and stuff of,
Mhm.
that made no sense. Um, I would have to say my gas mask girls. I
Yes.
gamble in those. I just absolutely love them. And I'm actually working on some really cool projects surrounding them.
Let's
Like
go.
and I'm working with the animation and film team so that we can make like a
Ooh.
teaser trailer
Ooh.
for like a YouTube series. So
Ooh. Oh my
so yeah, we're
gosh.
working on getting some like professional costumes together for references, and also so I can
Yo.
wear them to conventions and stuff. So I
Yo.
just absolutely love my gas mask girls. And I love drawing them, and I love their color palette, and I just think they're so neat.
That's so
So
cool. I am
yeah,
so excited for you. Oh my gosh.
thank you. I'm so excited. So yeah.
That is so exciting. All right. For
Yippee.
my next question, I'm gonna do two because I realized one I kind of already answered, so I'm just gonna brush over it quickly. From Rainy Days, advice for a senior in high school looking for a 2D animation degree. Uh, we have that whole episode on like art schools and stuff, but I kind of already mentioned this when I was talking about art schools like 2 questions ago. But one, I would start with like checking local schools first so you get that in-state tuition. But again, look at the professors, make sure they have like actual backgrounds and can get you like actual connections. And also reach out to like students who are already in the school and ask them questions. Like there's no harm in asking. It's pretty easy to like just type in the school and then find it like in the bio of like artists and stuff. So like reach out to people who are already there, ask them questions, see what they say about the school, because most artists are very friendly and will give you honest answers.
Yeah.
So I know I've been reached out to like a handful of times, and it's always been a lovely interaction. And then from there, like look at other schools, make sure it's got like exactly what you're looking for and it's not like halfway there. And see if anyone you know has like recommendations, like if you know artists online or if you know like any artist in person. I actually found the school that I'm currently going to because my mom's accountant's like friend knew an animator that lived near us. Um
Nice.
And so I became friends with him, and he was like, hey, one of my friends is a professor at this other school. You should go check it out because they do animation. And I had never heard of this school before, and I went, and it was fantastic, and it has been fantastic, and that is where I am to this day. Yippee! So that's my advice
Nice.
for art schools and stuff. And then second question, from Young Ninja Scroll, opinion on the animation industry, and is it a good idea to pursue? And honestly, I have no idea. Things are so weird right now. Like the animation strike is happening like early next year, I think. And I'm not like currently active in it because I'm still in school, so I don't know. I know it's in like a really weird place right now, and then it was like, what was it? Like the CEO of DreamWorks or something, and was like, we're going to be able to like cut down production costs by like 80% because of AI. Let's go. And everyone was like, what the hell? Are you serious? Everyone was like, what do you mean? Nobody was happy with that statement. But yeah, I don't know. Things are in such a weird place right now. But at least for me personally, animation is just something I love so much and so dearly that I don't think it matters where it's gonna be. I think I'm going to be in it no matter what. Like, I just like animation too much to be in like any other field. So I don't know. That is one question that I wrote down despite not having like a solid answer to it, because I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it, especially with like AI art being incorporated a lot, which is really weird. I don't know, AI art's really weird because people are not happy about it, but companies keep using it. So I don't know, it's in a weird place right now.
I just sneezed so loud.
You're good, I didn't hear you. I think
we're keeping that in.
No, it cut out.
Oh,
You're
wow.
good.
Oh, slay.
But yeah, that's my silly little question, Milky. What do you have?
Alrighty, my next question is from the lovely sweetflower_cool. And they said, what do you like most about drawing? Personally, I think seeing my improvement over time is just like a huge part, mainly because like I love drawing something like, and it gets as close to how I envisioned it as possible, and being able to compare that to my old art and see how I've been able to like learn new skills and be able to just like seamlessly, without even thinking, apply it to what I'm doing. Because like the way I draw now, not necessarily art style wise, but just like the process of me drawing now is so different from when I was in high school and middle school. I would try so hard to draw around the level I am right now, but it would take me like 4 times as long. But because I was pushing myself to try and draw at that level, and I was pushing myself like that for so long, I can do it way more faster, but still with the quality that I want. And I think that is just, that's one of my favorite things, is just being able to like create something from my head, and it's like exactly what I want, quality wise, and I can also do it faster. There was something else. Favorite thing about drawing. Dang it, I had it in my head. What was it?
I was gonna say like watching things come to life.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
That's probably my favorite. Like I can get like a story idea in my head or like a TV show idea and just be able to like draw out a couple quick concepts, even if I like never use them again. It's just so like, I don't know, like being creative is just so much fun. I love being able to just like any idea I get, boom, put it on paper. It's done. It is out there. It is in the world. I have made it real.
Definitely. I definitely love being able to like translate that into like into visual form. It's just like, it sounds so cheesy, but it feels magical sometimes.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, it's so trippy. But like I remember specifically when I was younger, it really is. It really is. because it's just like a whole, it's like a whole like, other depth to expressing yourself. It feels just otherworldly sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and like instead of just describing things with words, which like I'm not saying you can't, like I'm not trying to diss on any writers or anything. I cannot write to save my life, but just like being able to express myself with like colors and
Mm-hmm.
shapes and colors and characters, and just like being able to look at it all and feel those feelings
Yeah.
through the thing I created, that I'm looking at, is just so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember when I was younger, when I was like itty bitty, like I don't know, like younger than 10, I would constantly try to draw things that I saw in front of me, and it
Mm-hmm.
would be the most like jacked up like rank thing ever because I didn't
Rank.
know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
rank rank thing ever because I didn't know what I was doing, and I would just like sit there and cry because I couldn't translate
No.
like what I saw and what I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
into like and onto paper.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just so like I know my younger self would be so incredibly proud of me that I put so much time and effort and work into my craft so that I can um I mean, I'm not trying to sound like I'm
No,
like
you
a master or anything. I'm
you've put
very
in
proud of
years
where I
of
am so
work.
far, and I
Yeah.
got yeah, and I have so much farther to go. Holy
Mm-hmm.
smokes! But I am very proud of where I am right now, and I know my younger self would be proud as
Hell
well.
yeah. There's
So
something really
that's one of
sweet
my
about
favorite
like
things.
looking at your own style and realizing that it is
Yeah,
like exactly what your younger self would have like looked up to as like their favorite
yeah,
artist.
yeah, exactly. It really is cool. I think
Mm-hmm.
about that sometimes where I'm just like, man, if I saw this like sketchbook in middle school, I'd be foaming at the mouth. I can't believe
Mm-hmm.
I made this. Like this is so cool.
Real. But yeah,
It's so fun.
art's just like the coolest ever. And also just like being like you mentioned this a couple seconds ago, but like being able to like convey emotions through art and like
Yeah.
I don't know, something about like sharing the human experience through art and like connecting with people through art is something that's like so unique and wonderful, and I don't know, I just like there's something really sweet about that.
Yeah.
I recently posted like a TikTok with some of my like more personal art from the past couple of years, from like injuring my hand, like some of my vent art. And I was really nervous about it, but a lot of people like really connected with it, and it was really sweet. And my dear sweet grandmother reached out to me when I first posted it and was like, "Is everything
Hmm.
okay? Are you okay?" Because you know sometimes like people just don't
Yeah.
understand like what vent art is meant to be, and then like a day later she was like, "I've been reading the comments and like it's so wonderful and beautiful that people are like connecting with your art and like sharing that experience, and I get it now." And I was
Oh,
like, "Oh."
that's so sweet.
I love her.
Oh,
And so
that
like
is so
yeah,
sweet.
stuff like that just makes me very happy, like being able to connect with people through something as simple as a drawing is really nice. um yeah,
Yeah.
that's my answer.
Oh, that's awesome.
All
That
right.
is a great answer.
So for my next question from Severus Saint, um, what is
That's an amazing username.
I know. What is one detail you love when drawing a character? And lately for me, it has definitely been noses. Like there are just so many variations of noses, and I feel like it's a detail in people that like a lot of art styles tend to overlook just from simplification.
Hmm.
Um, and I feel like it's often overlooked or even like villainized,
Yeah.
especially when you come from like an anime background, because you know every single anime like they're based off cats. They have like these like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
itty bitty tiny little pointed noses, like very Eurocentric noses, and I don't know, like they don't often go into like hooked noses or Roman noses, like all these other like really pretty noses that are like so often overlooked. And I don't know, it's just been really nice like incorporating that
Hmm.
more and more, because I also definitely fell victim to that when I was getting like more and more into art. Like I only drew like little tiny anime noses. um so
It's so
yeah, I
easy
don't know,
to
just
see other
like
people do.
yeah, I've really enjoyed like just giving a lot of characters more unique noses. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's been my favorite detail as of late. Milky, what about you?
Heck yeah. Well, real quick, I've noticed that a lot of the best animes have a lot more of like a varied art style. So stuff like Trigun and Cowboy Bebop,
I love
like
Trigun.
everyone has like different. I love Trigun. Have we never talked about Trigun?
I don't think we've ever talked about Trigun. Oh my god.
gosh! I love Trigun. Oh my gosh.
Let's
We
go.
need to have like an episode where we talk about like our favorite animes
Oh my
and how
god.
they've influenced us.
Yes.
I can talk about Trigun for hours.
Please.
But like just like the original 90s Trigun where it has like Wolfwood with his hook nose. Ooh,
Yes.
so good. Yes. Yeah, I think just like the best animes have like the most variations with their character designs. So like not just like animation wise is it amazing, but it's pretty much always amazing like as a show. But yeah.
Hell
So when you
yeah.
said noses, I was like, yo, yes! And animes with the same nose? Yeah, but we got Cowboy Bebop and Trigun. I love Trigun.
Hell
So,
yeah. Yeah,
original
representation is important.
yes. Yes. Wolfwood representation. I
Wolfwood
just love
representation,
Wolfwood so
baby
much.
girl representation.
I love Wolfwood. So sorry. The original question was like, what's your favorite thing to draw?
What is your
right?
favorite detail when drawing a character?
Detail. Okay, let me like look at my art real quick. I absolutely love drawing thighs and calves. I just think legs are so fun to draw.
Milky.
Thighs are sick, dude. Thighs are so
No,
fun.
You're so real for that.
Ever since I watched this one Ethan Becker video about how like you can draw like almost any pose with the same shape. Drawing the human body in different poses is probably I mean like I know the question was like detail, like little detail, but I
Yeah,
guess
that's a
like
detail.
that aspect, yeah, like that aspect of like planning out a pose in Sketch is like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And it has just like made the process so much smoother and dynamic and faster. And it just like it feels so satisfying. And so I think that's just something that I've really enjoyed a lot more lately.
Slay. What is your next question?
Oh shoot, let me put my iPad away.
Milky's a confirmed iPad kid.
No! Starts coughing. Oh gosh.
That like awful baby cough. That's like
Yeah,
just
they like stick their
like where you can hear the disease and germs.
yes. And they always like stick their tongue out. Like, it's awful. I worked with that for a whole school year and I was like,
my
yeah,
God.
no, I'm done. Yeah. But anyway, we've been like bringing up some pretty good questions, kind of mid questions. Let me ask you the real good question.
What? All right, damn, call my questions out like that. Call my followers out.
What do you think?
Insulting the KO community.
What do you think the color periwinkle tastes like?
What the hell?
I love this question. I'm kidding. All
What
the
is
questions have been
periwinkle?
amazing.
Hold on. Periwinkle.
You don't know what periwinkle is?
Jesus, my bad.
It's like the most beautiful, like pale blue, slightly violet. It's beautiful.
You don't know the color Willy Wonka? Yeah, alright. Leave me alone.
Color Willy Wonka. Oh yeah, that question's from mush_01. Also, I didn't mean to diss the KO community. It was a joke, guys. It was a prank. Your questions are amazing.
I looked up periwinkle and it's bringing up a murder case.
What? What?
The murder of Cherish Periwinkle.
Interesting.
That's
let me
really-
pull up the color for you.
Yeah, let me pull up the color. Hold on. Color. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's pretty.
I just did it. Yeah.
What does it taste like? Sand.
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 Fair enough.
Next question.
What would it taste like? I don't know. Next question. No. I would say whipped cream with honey and those like edible pearl sprinkles. That's what it would taste like.
Real and true.
Okay, can I ask another question? That was a really quick question.
Yeah, go for it.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget that question because it really spoke to me. Let's see. I had another one. Where'd it go? Okay, we've kind of talked about this one before, but it has been a bit more relevant for me recently, so like I wanted to bring it up. It says, this is from weirdo.star. They said, how do you stay inspired / what? Weirdo star? Yeah, that is a really good name. It said, how do you stay inspired / avoid burnout? I know we talked about this, but I feel like it's just something that's always important to bring up. I've noticed recently that, like, because I have the same schedule every day where it's like I make my video and I'm doing my best to break it. I'm working on it. But over the weekend I went to a con, and so I had to make a bunch of videos like in preparation because I was going to be gone. And so making those videos ahead of time and having some like time to not even think about like videos and stuff while I was at the con, I was able to like breathe, and I felt like I was taking in more inspiration than usual, and I was writing down like more ideas and sketching more things. 'Cause like I feel like I'm too stubborn to get burnt out. So I'm constantly like making stuff still, even if I'm not like super motivated. But I've noticed like it's crazy. It's almost like everyone's been telling me this. The moment you take a break, it can really help you just like relax and open up and then get back on your feet with like getting inspired more. Because and then of course now that I'm back into my usual schedule, I'm like, ugh.
No.
I had like a slight taste of freedom, and I'm like, oh, I could like, that was awesome. Like,
Yeah,
let me,
you gotta
what am
give
I, what
yourself
can I do?
days
Like,
off.
you see, I could do that. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I am actually working on a schedule. Where I'm probably gonna start taking either Wednesdays off or Tuesdays and Thursdays. But
I'm gonna vote
still
for
scary.
Tuesdays and Thursdays you take off.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna see if I'm working on the schedule. But for the question of how to stay inspired / avoid burnout, make sure you take breaks. I don't do that, and because I'm stubborn. But of course, the moment I did, I felt like so free. And I'm realizing like that's such a key thing that everyone needs. No matter whether it's art or anything else, like it's something everyone needs to avoid burnout, just taking breaks. It seems so simple, but it really is. That is a really it's a basic answer, but it is the answer. One of the answers. So
yeah, I mean,
what
I
do you
was gonna
think?
say the same thing. Like, I think that's the biggest thing to avoid burnout is just like make sure you're taking care of your mental health first and like take breaks and stuff. And if you want a more in-depth answer, we have a whole episode on this. So we got an entire episode on avoiding burnout. Which one is that? Overcoming art block. That is episode 3. Episode 3 of Sketchcast is avoiding art block and burnout. Go check it out. Go watch it after this.
Yeah.
All right, my question is from Michael was here. How do you draw new poses? I was unintentionally drawing the same pose over and over. So, my answer is just use lots of references. I used to fall into this trap where I would do the exact same pose like all the time, and it was definitely before I started using references. As soon as I started using references, my like characters got more diverse, my poses got more diverse, and like I don't know, I just improved like a lot faster the minute I started using references very consistently. So definitely use references, especially like photography references can be really helpful because then you're looking at like real people anatomy, so you're going to get closer to something that's realistic.
Definitely.
Even if you're like putting a cartoon style on top of it, it's still helpful to have that realistic anatomy. And then you can also mix and match. Like if you're taking like the way some legs are posed and then like take the way arms are posed on a different reference. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but yeah, just use like a ton of references. There is literally no shame in like taking poses from photography and like art. Like that's how references are meant to. I can't speak.
You got this.
That's how references are meant to be used. So yeah, just get a Pinterest account. That's my advice.
I love
Pinterest. I love Pinterest. Oh my god, it's the best. Do you have a do you have an answer for that, or are you good with that?
Oh, so sorry.
You're good.
I think it's so easy to like space out and mindlessly sketch out and draw stuff.
Which is good
'Cause
sometimes.
just-
Sometimes you
oh
need
yeah, yeah,
to.
yeah. Like totally. Like being on autopilot, like it's normal. Like especially whenever you've done something and you're trying to get good at something, like you're doing something over and over again. It's so easy to go into autopilot. But I think definitely like the fact that they asked that question and they were like, "Hey, I've noticed that I've been doing this." The fact that they're self-aware, that's the first step, I think, to making sure you make more dynamic poses and stuff instead of just like going with the flow unintentionally, just like going into a haze and then you wake up and your drawing is done and then you're like, "Ah, dip. It's the same pose as the last one." But yeah, I think definitely like doing gesture drawings and studying anatomy and just like also looking at yourself and like you said, like looking at references on Pinterest and keeping like boards for all kinds of stuff like that is definitely a great way to breaking the pattern of doing the same like stiff poses, or not even necessarily stiff, but just the same poses over and over again. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so I know we're at 50 minutes of recording, so we'll try and keep answers short because I still have a ton.
Alrighty.
All right, what is your question, Milky?
Okay. I got the question of how do you capture an audience's attention? And
I
so
scream.
I've talked about this
I'm loud.
You scream. I mean, like, yeah, that definitely works. That's one way to get their attention. I've talked about this at some seminars that I did.
You've
and
done seminars?
They were like, "Oh,
dang.
Oh yeah, I've taught three seminars at my local university and one at a middle school.
Sheesh. Milky out here being professional. What the hell?
Something like that. And the main thing that I've always brought up is make sure you like you gotta listen to your audience and deliver. And it sounds so simple, but so many people don't do that. It really does sound so simple, but you just gotta like listen to your audience, ask them what they want, and give them what they want, because nothing is gonna capture someone's attention more than feeling listened to and feeling heard, in my opinion. I guess it's more from a business perspective instead of like just like content, but I guess it is also content. But there's that, and then I lost my train of thought. There was another thing. So yeah, the question was, how do you capture an audience's attention? I guess it depends on what you're doing, if it's just like art related or business related, but I always try to branch out to get multiple audiences and capture multiple audiences' attention. So I try to not stick to one theme, one style. When it comes to like business stuff, that's why there's like such a hodgepodge of random stuff on my website. It's just because it's a mix of different styles for different people. And that goes back to like asking people what they want and giving it to them instead of just doing like one style. But like with content creation, that still applies, but also it sounds so simple, but
you got this.
Because like other people do this, but it's just like making short content as well that captures people's attention quickly. Bright colors, big sounds, fun music.
Yeah,
capture their attention with just like a big gusto.
Yeah, I was gonna say like outside of like it being something like someone is already interested in. Like, I feel like you can really make anything interesting as long as you know how to. So things like really something like interesting or unusual, or, you know, just something to like catch the viewer's attention in the first like couple seconds to like keep them there so that they'll hear you out or whatever.
Yes.
So like grabbing their attention in those first couple seconds, and then like keeping up the energy or like visuals or, you know, something like, you can really make anything interesting, honest to God. So yeah, I would say just like, you know, find something you really love, find something that you want to focus in on. It does not have to be a popular demand type thing, and then just like, I don't know, make it cool, make it interesting. God, I'm not very helpful, am I? Just make it interesting.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. No, I know. I was like, oh, I got this question.
Yeah, it's so hard to explain. But yeah, just like grabbing the attention within the first couple seconds. Like, I have one video where I purposefully like spilled water, like some like red paint over a drawing. And that video did really well.
On purpose?
Yeah, that was on purpose.
No, I'm teasing you. Yeah. I remember that video. That was a great video.
Yeah. So stuff like that, because like, I don't know, something like that is just unusual. I don't know how to describe it, but that's not something you'd normally see. So something in our little monkey brains is like, ooh, what happens next? And then
yeah,
you stick to the video. Yeah, that's all I've got for that. But I hope that's helpful. It's one of those things that's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot more qualified people out there who have talked about it.
Right, definitely. Definitely.
Anyway,
we're the number one art podcast. We know this stuff. We're the
That's true. We are the best, actually. We are qualified. I don't know who said that. Anyway, next question.
We have all the answers.
Next question from @AbbyLily_ says, tips for making a pretty sketchbook. For me personally, I think the mess is part of what makes it so pretty. Like, I really like sketchbooks that are like more on the messy side, that just have like a ton of concepts and a ton of sketches like all over the place. But at least for me personally, when I want to make like a page look extra pretty, for one, don't waste space. Like, don't leave a bunch of empty space on the page unless it's like part of the illustration or something. And then I really like using stickers and like a lot more colors and stuff like that. I also kind of like making my sketchbooks kind of like a scrapbook. So if I get like a cool little piece of paper or like a ticket or something, I have like drink orders in some of my sketchbooks, like the little stickers that they'll put on your coffee. I don't know. I like making my thing like a sketchbook, hello, that's what it is. Scrapbook. I like making my sketchbook kind of like a scrapbook as well. And then, I don't know, like sometimes I'll do color coordination where I'll have one page where the first sketch was like in pink and red, and so I'm just like, all right, I'll do the rest of the sketches in pink and red, and then that looks pretty. Milky?
Making fun visual compositions definitely brings the pages alive.
Are you good? It sounds like you got factory reset. Are you like...
I'm like spacing out, thinking about my sketchbook and how I need to film it for YouTube.
No! You were just like, visuals.
Composition.
No, that's perfect. Perfect answer. What's the next question?
Moving on. I got a question from Pink Floyd Muser Q17.
Holy shit, I have a question from them too.
Let's go!
Let's go!
They asked me, what are your favorite bands and genres of music?
Ooh, slay. I'm so glad we got two different questions from them. I'll say their question next. Okay. Ooh, for me, lately, oh my god, I'm gonna butcher names and people are gonna make fun of me, but I've been really liking Laufey a lot. I really like Laufey, especially From the Start, and also my favorite band ever, Good Kid, did a cover of From the Start.
Oh my gosh.
I love it so much. I also recently made a Sigma grind set playlist. It is all caps Sigma grind set first song is Super Shy by New Jeans. I do love that song. It's so cute.
Nice.
It's so girly pop. Yeah, I really like that. And then I really like a lot of, not hyper pop, but like hyper pop adjacent stuff.
Uh-huh.
God, I'm gonna butcher names and I'm gonna get so made fun of. But Glaive, I really like. I think it's Glive. Glive and Eric Doa. I love their music so much. They also have a collaboration song named Heather, which is one of my favorite songs ever. I love it so much.
That's your name.
It is my name. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But yeah, like a lot of like hyperpop adjacent songs I really like. I also really like kind of rock-ish music. I don't know. I have a lot of like music that I really, really like, but lately it has been the hyperpop adjacent stuff, the kind of K-pop stuff, and yeah, and also Laufey.
One of my number one favorite bands is the Shins. Have you ever heard of the Shins?
I haven't.
I love the Shins, and I got to see them in concert.
Yo!
Last year? Yeah, last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have like, I just absolutely love their lyrics, and they just flow so perfectly with the way they compose their songs. I don't even really know what the genre is called. It's just like, it's just so perfect, but also simple. So I think a lot of people overlook it as just like just like another song, like a random song. But like pretty much every single one of their songs is just so deep and has so much dimension, and it's just so great. I love the Shins. And I also am a big fan of Laufey. Laufey. I said Laufey for the longest time as well. My friend's like, actually it's Laufey, and I'm like, oh,
is it? Oh, I've embarrassed myself.
She also made a
in front
video.
of the audience.
No, she also made a video, and she was like, guys, it's Laufey. And everyone was like, what? Everyone was saying Laufey. But yeah, I love Laufey. I love the Shins. I've been listening to a lot of music by Flower OV Love. They came out with that song called A Girl Like Me. Have you heard that one?
Maybe?
It's like if a boy like you,
I love that song.
It's that one. It's officially out on Spotify. It came out like a couple days ago.
Let's go.
And
that's such a cute song.
It's so good. It is. It's such a cute song. And another thing I've been listening to a lot is the entirety of the soundtrack of Fiona and Cake.
Good.
Every song from that show
God.
is so baller, so good, so killer, so
opening.
fire.
It's so cute.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good. So yeah,
they popped off with the voice actor for Fiona. It's such a good voice.
Dude, they did.
Anyway,
it really is. It's so perfect.
All right. Oh, my question from Pink Floyd Muse RQ, 17. I've definitely butchered that name. I apologize. What would you say to people who worry that their art isn't original enough? And I would say, I promise it is. There is like no bar for how original something has to be. Like, as long as you're not like tracing, or like straight up stealing art. Like, I don't think there's like any bar on how original something has to be. Like, I mean, all Disney originals are considered originals, but they're still like heavily based off fairy tales. So, it's like the same with using refs. Like, as long as you're not like straight up tracing or anything, like, I promise your art is original enough. There's a good chance like a couple times you're gonna be like compared to another artist, but I don't know, that just happens.
Yeah.
That's just our silly little monkey brains being like, this art looks like this art. I'm gonna comment that now.
Exactly. Yeah, and the artist is like, thanks. I really
Shut up, man.
appreciate that. No, yeah, I feel like this is part of the artist experience. It's like, it's a canon event for every artist.
It's a canon event. Real.
Definitely.
So that was my little question from Pink Floyd. Thank you so much for the double question. Thank you for following both of us. Oh my gosh. Gosh. You're so cool. All right, my other question from Jamie_2712. Any tips with line art and finding your own personal color palette? Okay, for color palette, I would say just, again, like, I use a lot of reference for my color palettes, but also I, like, don't limit yourself. Like, don't pick a certain color palette and then just be like, all right, this is the one I'm using forever. I promise that's gonna hurt you in the future.
Right.
Don't do that. But at least for me, I don't know, do what you like. I really like bright, like, primaries and just bright colors in general. So yeah, I use a lot of that, but sometimes I like doing little pastel pieces. So I don't know. It's for color palette, it's completely up to you. Line art, I would just say confidence in line art is key. Like, instead of doing a bunch of little strokes, like, do, like, big, more confident strokes. Like, and the more you practice that, the better you'll get. So, yeah. That's my little advice.
100% agree.
Hell
I
yeah.
think, I think a great part, something I figured out for figuring out my line art style is just like playing around with line depth, because it's so easy to like just like do line art and just not put too much thought behind it, because it's just like I already did the sketch. It's just because I'm just kind of like cleaning up the sketch kind of. But if you really like think about it while you're doing it and try putting like thicker lines with stuff that's like closer, like you can make an illusion of perspective with line depth. It's really cool. I think looking at different artists' uses of line depth is a great way to find your line art style, because sometimes people don't really think about line art. People are just like, oh, it's just part of it. People are like, oh, I want to know like what made them want to draw the character in this way with these visual aspects, like facial aspects and stuff, and also like why they choose these colors. I want to have this color art style. Like, that was me for the longest time. Like, I didn't really even consider line art style as like that important. But then as soon as I like started playing around with it, I was like, this is so fun. I can't believe I disregarded this. And now it's just super fun. It's just like adds a whole other fun aspect to the process of creating art.
Hell yeah.
And then was the other question like figuring out your colors?
Yeah, color palette.
Yeah, primary colors. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm only kind of kidding. Primary colors is just super fun. So I don't know. It kind of just depends on like what kind of themes and aesthetics you're going for, I guess. Because if you want to make something cutesy, you could go with a brighter palette, or if you make dark art, you play with darker colors. I don't know. It really depends on the person. And just like figuring out what you love and trying to apply what you love to your art, and seeing if it works.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Slay.
Okay, so I got this question from Zero Depression Zero, and they said, if you get another snake, what kind of snake, and what would you name them? Oh my gosh, I already have the name planned out. As soon as I picked out Fable's name, I planned out the name of my next snake as well. And I plan on getting, I hope I can remember this whole morph name. It's really long. It's like pastel, banana, red, exanthic. Oh gosh, what was the rest of it? It was something like that. It was like red. The main thing was like pastel, banana, red, exanthic, ball python. And I'm gonna name him Rune Orpheus Jude Jones. Because I said so. And Fable's Fable's full name is Fable. Sorry, what?
I said good name. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I couldn't tell what you said. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I put a lot of thought into it. It's because like Fable's full name is Fable Eurydice Clementine Jones, and so as soon as I put Eurydice in her name, I knew I had to have another one named Orpheus, because Hades Town, and just like the myth in general. And so Rune is the name of a main character from a book that made me cry. And then Orpheus, because Orpheus and Eurydice. And then Jude, because Jude is River Phoenix's middle name, and I love River Phoenix. And then Jones, because that's my last name. So, yeah. That's the kind of snake I would get, and that's what I would name it.
That's so good.
And it would be a boy.
Love.
Boy snake.
Boy snake. I love that so much. All right, my question. from CY star underscore. How many full sketchbooks do you have? Milky, you want to go first?
My sketchbook game has slowed down exponentially over the last couple of years. I used to like crank out sketchbooks, but I've also, for context, I've been drawing for like 6 to 7 years.
Same.
I think I have. Let's go. I think I have. I might need to recount, but I think I have 10 fully finished full sketchbooks, and they're all those like what are they called? Oh my gosh, the Canson mixed media sketchbooks. I don't know how many pages are in them, but I think it's like 120.
Yeah, 110 because I use those same ones.
Yeah, I love those sketchbooks. I think I have 9 to 10 of those fully filled out.
Ooh.
And if you've seen my sketchbook before, you know that I do like fully colored, fully like filled out pages. So yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah, I started numbering my sketchbooks around like sketchbook 6 or 7. I am currently on sketchbook 23.
Sheesh!
and not to plug my own stuff, but I like by the time this episode is out, I should have a brand new YouTube video out that is a full sketchbook tour of every single sketchbook I've had from like 2014 up until now. So go
Oh my god.
go to my channel, go watch that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shameless self-promotion.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm currently on sketchbook 23. And that big video is sketchbooks 1 to 20 because when I recorded it, I did not have 21 or 22 filled. But yeah, that is I have a lot of sketchbooks, though a lot of my earlier ones do not have like the pages fully filled, which is upsetting, or like I would only use one side of the page.
Yes. Oh, those are the early years. I have sketchbooks like that too. I totally get it. I feel like that's how all artists start out. They're like, I'm scared to draw on the pages. I'm scared to ruin the sketchbook.
All right,
That's how I was, at least.
What is the next question? Hit us with it.
Okay. I love that you're asking like actual real art questions, and then mine are like, if you had to describe yourself with a fruit, what would you pick?
No, these are good because also we're gonna run out of time.
Yeah, true. So from the lovely, the hidden, alleyway. I don't know, it's something like that. If you had to describe yourself as a fruit, what would you pick? And I would pick cantaloupe.
Apple.
Apple? Yeah,
Apple.
I love apples.
Red.
Love apples.
Apple.
Red apple. I don't know.
Hell
An
yeah.
apple.
All right.
Let's go.
My next question.
Actually, I'm so sorry. I lied. I'm so sorry. I forgot tomatoes were a fruit. Tomato.
Oh, what? No, that's cheating. Tomatoes suck.
That's like my brand.
But like
kidding, it's fine.
objectively, they're bad.
No, they are. I don't even like tomatoes. It's okay.
Oh my god. No, Milky, you gotta
Yeah.
stick to the bit. You gotta defend yourself.
No, I can't. I can't even. I've folded.
Oh
I
my
gave
God.
in.
That's so
I
funny.
only kind of like cherry tomatoes, but even then they have to be like perfectly ripe and not the slightest bit crunchy. I mean not crunchy, squishy. Otherwise I'll flip.
This is really good Milky
but-
lore.
Milky tomato doesn't even like tomato. I mean, like for the longest time I didn't like tomatoes
fraud.
or milk.
What the
Yeah, I know.
hell?
For the longest time, I know. I have found my love for milk, so that doesn't count anymore. But like that wasn't until like late last year that I
Oh my
found my
God.
love for milk.
This is so
So
funny.
like, and my business has existed for over a year and a half. So like and I've had my username for years, and I never liked tomatoes or milk.
All right. From mango_pop, how do I start commissions? I'm a bit nervous and I don't know where to start. My answer is just do it. Like, make a little commission sheet, give yourself some examples, and also price well. Don't make the mistake of, like, undercharging yourself. At the very least, give yourself minimum wage. So if a drawing takes you, like, 2 hours and minimum wage is, like, I don't know, like, $12. I hope it's higher than that. Oh no. If
Oh,
minimum
I thought
wage...
it was like $7.50.
Oh. Oh, Milky.
I mean, that's the last I checked like 3 years ago. I don't know what it is now.
Anyway, yeah, so if a drawing takes you like 2 hours and minimum wage was like $12, then make like that drawing at least $24. Honestly, you could put it at like 30 or something. But it's completely up to you. Post about it, advertise yourself, and honestly, reach out to like friends and family. A lot of my first commissions were from like family members and friends. So, yeah, that is my advice. Just start. There's nothing to be afraid of, I promise. You got this. I believe in you.
It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. You will learn and grow as you go.
That is true.
Yeah, just like throw yourself in. You're gonna learn stuff the hard way. That's just how it goes, and it's okay. Like commissions are literally like so you can't predict them. Unpredictable. Wow, unpredictable. So it's like you can either start now or start never. You just gotta throw yourself in. But yeah.
Yay. Milky, what is your next and final question?
My last question is from the lovely Skeletonin. Holy crap, that's such an amazing name.
That's a sick name.
Like, I was looking at it and I was like, how do I say that? And then it just rolled off the tongue. Skeletonin. Dude, that's an amazing name. Oh my gosh. Start an Etsy shop, my guy. That's an awesome name. Skeletonin _ and their question was, do you remember certain people that order multiple times from your shop? Yes, I 100% do. Because I write back to... I mean, I remember people that place multiple orders and also leave notes all the time because I write back to every single note I get on orders. And so, when like, I'll get stuff where it's like, hey, it's me, I'm back. Also, like, I'll just see their name and I'll be like, Quinn! What's up, Quinn? Or Stacia? Or Jasper? Who else is there? There's Forbidden Souls... There's Valkyrie and Val and Isaac. Who else is there? There's Asher and Axel. Dude, like these people, like they come back and I'm just like, dude, what's up? Like it's so fun. So yes, I 100% remember people that order multiple times, and that was just a list of a few that I remember. Yay. So yes, I definitely do.
My final question is actually from someone I know personally, IRL, and he asked, thoughts on artists refusing to be inclusive because it quote unquote doesn't go with their aesthetic. Dude,
oh dip,
I hate it when people like just say you're racist, okay? Like just not to be blunt, but like you're like
fair.
There's literally no reason to not be inclusive. It's that or, like, you're just lazy. So, like, to just be uninclusive and, like, exclude, like, Black people, Asian people, like, you know, people with different body weights, people with different noses. We talked about this earlier. Like, it's just lazy. Like, either you're, like, low-key kind of racist or, like, you're just not willing to put in the time and effort to actually learn how to draw people of color, which is really upsetting. So, like, I don't know. I know a lot of people will, like, fall into the trap of, you know, they start with anime, and so they really only draw, like, these super Caucasian-looking, anime characters, and I did that in middle school, but never once did I claim I couldn't draw like people of color because it didn't fit in aesthetic. Like, it's when people say that I'm like, something's not right there.
Yeah.
There's a
difference if you've just never drawn people of color or different body types before.
Yeah.
And then saying like, oh, I won't because deciding like you're like, no, I just no.
Yeah, I remember
like there's a difference between like I haven't drawn that before. Like I haven't drawn like that happens to me all the time. Like there's hundreds of millions of things we've never drawn before.
Yeah.
That's fine. But that doesn't mean I'm never gonna draw it just because I'm like, no. No.
I don't know about that.
Like that's well just like I'm not just gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna draw that just because like no. Like that doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit my style, it doesn't fit my aesthetic. Like no, I'm gonna try and draw all kinds of things, like different people, different animals, everything. Like
And it's important. Representation is so important. Like, I know for me, like, keep in mind, like, I am a white woman, but I am a woman, and I was really into, like, superhero cartoons, and, like, all the shows I watched outside of, like, Sailor Moon and, like, a handful of, like, shoujo animes, like, it was always, like, male-centric leads because I was watching, like, the really old Superman cartoons and, like, the old Spider-Man cartoons, and the female characters were always just female characters, and that was it. They really didn't, like, have anything. And because of that, like, growing up in high school, I legitimately thought, like, men were better than women. Like, I thought it was, like, a legitimate thing. Like, I had this internalized misogyny just because, like, my gender wasn't shown, like, as much. And that's like just being a woman. Like, I can't even imagine how tough it must be for people who, like, never even see their own skin tone on screen. So, you know, representation is, like, so important. I don't know, it's just something that I hold very, very close to my heart. This is a topic I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely try to learn representation, and, like, always try to branch out if you're not already. There's always room for improvement, I guess, is the basis. And also, if you want to learn more about that, Salem Tovar, who is a video essayist on YouTube, has a really good video on, like, the whole Tim Burton thing that happened a while back, and goes more into depth about, like, that whole situation. When I got this question, I, like, went back and rewatched that video to make sure I was remembering it correctly. But yes, go check that video out. There is no reason certain people shouldn't fit an aesthetic that is silly, that is stupid. Don't do 100%. That. Don't do that. I trust my audience. Like, they all seem chill, but in case you are one of those people, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. Like, you guys know this, but, like, just in case, please add representation. I promise it's like, it's not gonna kill you. Jesus. It's important. You have no idea, like, how much it can mean to someone to, like, have that representation in your art. So, I don't know, just add representation. It's important. It matters to, like, to everyone. Everyone, I promise. I don't know. It's so hard to explain, but also not, because it's so simple. Like there's no reason you shouldn't be adding representation.
100%.
Anyway, sorry, not to be, like, so blunt with that question, but
no, you're good.
Ooh, I feel things when people say, it doesn't fit my aesthetic. Girl.
Right.
Be so for real. Be so for real.
Right.
Anyway, that was my last little question. Not to end things on kind of a controversial note. I don't think "don't be racist" is controversial, actually.
That's not controversial.
Never mind.
No,
Anyway.
No, it's just it's a big topic that, it's a big topic.
Yeah, I feel like people just kind of avoid talking about it because they're worried about what people will say. I'm like already worried about what people will say, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. This was a fantastic episode, and we had a ton more questions that we wanted to do, but we were starting to run out of time, so we're ending things a bit early. I had, like, 10 more questions I wanted to go through at least, and that's just out of the, like, I don't even know how many that, like, I had submitted to me on Instagram. So we will definitely do a part 2 to this episode eventually. Milky, anything you want to say to sign us off?
You can find me at milky.tomato on TikTok and Instagram, and you can find my website as milkytomato.com.
Woo!
Yay!
And you can find me at
oh my gosh,
Here Comes K.O. on all platforms. Go check out my Mega Sketchbook Tour video. If it's not already up, it's gonna be up very, very soon, so go subscribe to my YouTube.
Yeah. already subscribed. Let's go.
Oh my god. Thank you. I'm here for the girls.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Yes. Slay. Anyway.
Yes.
Enough. We need to sign off.
Alrighty. Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye. Thanks so much for listening, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for stopping by. It has been such a good episode. I hope we answered questions well and thoroughly. We're both a little brain dead today, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
Hopefully
we needed this
tell.
laid back episode.
They can't tell.
Yeah, hopefully they can't.
We're fine.
They don't know.
I feel like I'm normally brain dead enough that like when I'm actually brain dead, like people can't tell, and it's all good.
Nice.
Brain dead is just my state of mind. Anyway, see you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good day. Bye. Bye-bye.